What's up guys, Nappyheadmilly here, and in today's video I'm going to teach y'all a couple of ways to use Anji fast cancels. So like, share, subscribe. I also see we hit 130 subs. Y'all don't know how long it took to finally hit that goal, but thank you for everybody that subscribed. I know I've been a little bit inconsistent with these videos. I have a new job at the post office, so 12-hour days, I'll be busy. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get them out as quickly as possible, but that's enough of the intro. Let's get to this tech. Now, I know some of you guys are asking, what is fast Roman cancel? Fast Roman cancel is when you cancel out of this animation, out of your Roman cancel. So fast Roman cancel is just pressing a button before the animation completely ends. Now, it really doesn't take that much practice. Depending on which one you're doing, it takes a little bit more practice, but you can use this to benefit your character. I feel like Anji is one of those characters that benefits greatly out of fast Roman cancels, and the reason being, it's because of how much of a Swiss Army knife he already is. Anji has a lot of tools for a lot of situations, but with fast Roman cancel, he makes a lot of his tools even better. So I'm gonna show you 3 different ways that you can use fast Roman cancels, and these are kind of basic ways. You can eventually create your own. These are just baseline and foundations for what you can do with the character, because at the end of the day, I can show you the tools, but you're gonna be the one that's taking the test. So yeah, so the first application we're gonna go after is Anji's Fujin into his 2K, into his 2 dust. And how do we do that? We fast cancel. So what we're trying to do is set up a situation where Fujin hits, but the opponent blocks, but I see the opponent is standing. I can cancel Fujin and get a hit off. So I can cancel Fujin and go for a low setup. I can go for a quick low setup, because in the Fujin, most people will go low unless you've already shown you're going to use overhead. So you want to use this specifically when you've already done this, and you think the opponent's gonna do exactly what Kai did, overhead, something like that. You switch it up on them, and then you throw butterfly, because now you have your Oki set. Most people aren't gonna press a button after that because they're gonna be confused on what you just did. So now you got a free butterfly. And yet again, as you see, if they do anything, they're probably gonna get punished by that butterfly, because this move is safe. Even if, let's just say, even if I didn't use the butterfly, I put myself way further in the corner for this. I'm very safe after that. It has a lot of pushback, and this dust move anyway is kind of safe. It's only a few people that can actually punish this. I believe it's like -3. It might be a little bit more, but it's very few people that can punish that on block. So it's a very safe way to get into your butterfly Oki if somebody commits to the standing block. It's a very safe move. Yes, you're using resources to get into it, but while Anji kind of wants to use those resources to get to what he wants to do. Anji is tension heavy anyway, so you kind of want to mix up how you use your tension other than Roman canceling. You get what I'm saying? But enough about that. Let's move on to the second one. Alright guys, for this next move, I have to just show it, because if I don't, I'm going to mess up the whole sequence to watch. Alright, there we go. So, what I just did was cancel Fujin into dash. So, if you guys know, if you press kick after you do Fujin, he gets a little dash. And then you see I have Kai on counter hit. So, you see what I'm trying to do. If your opponent reads that, you can get punished for it. Now, there's certain situations that you might, because your opponent might be slow to the punch, but for the most part, you're going to get punished for this. You're either going to get grabbed, you're going to get punched in the face, whatever it be. Now, this is for when opponents are reading that while also checking your low. You want to do this move. So all we do is Fujin into jump, into fast cancel, into jump and S. That's all we're doing. So what that does is, one, is cheap as fuck. People don't ever see it coming. It's cheap as hell. So you want to be a little bit, yet again, using that Swiss Army knife that Anji has. You want to make it so people will be afraid of that move. They're afraid to crouch. Now that open the door for you to go into your lows. Once you get that resource, now it opens the door on resource to go for this big overhead because they're waiting for the jump. Now you can also do something like this. You can bait a move and go into a combo. You could also, if I ever go silence because I'm trying to get this correct, you know, you can go into setup. You can wait a second because they'll be afraid they got hit, and you can go into a grab. In certain cases, you can get a big punish off of that if they go for a big move. I don't think I can trigger on Kai to do it on this video. You can even delay it sometimes and get it. Like I said, go into your big combos. Do what you want to do. This is a very cheap move to open up the doors for your opponents when they see you have tension to be afraid of you dashing in. It opens up the door to let your little hop have more options and be more of a Swiss Army knife. Like I said, it's kind of a safer option. It's a great option to scout out. You can do it with heavy slash and make it a little bit more safe if I can get it off. It's not happening for me. But yeah, there you go. You can do it with heavy slash because heavy slash is so low and the animation isn't going to go in. And yet again, you can bait and see what they're going to do into that move. You know what I'm saying? So you can create better situations for yourself. But enough of this move because it's not frame perfect. It's just a harder one to do because of the timing. The Roman cancel with purple, the timing is a little bit stricter than blue and red, so it's a little bit harder to do. But with great practice, yet again, you can create the tools better than I can. I'm just giving you the options. But let's move on to the last use that I have for you guys today. Alright guys, for the last thing, I'm going to show you what I call the butterfly cancel. This is using your animation of butterfly against your opponent. So what a lot of people see is when you use certain moves and you go into butterfly, they know butterfly is unsafe on startup. It is very slow. You want to use it either on knockdown at a certain range where you can't be punished. So if you're using it up close like this, you're going to get punished. If the person sees it coming, they're looking for that animation. If you just stop there and get the push up, push back, you're good. But if you go into that animation, you're going to get punished. What if we can use that animation to our advantage? We can use that to our advantage, and as you see, you can get very mixy with it. I can get very mixy using Roman cancels from earlier because I just did my insta jump Roman cancel that I just taught y'all, except I use dust. You see what I mean? There are different ways you can take your characters and you can make them yours. So again, let's say I just did off a standing slash and I have to do it way faster. Get as much optimal damage as I can. You can make these, you can turn Anji's gamble into you're the dealer. I'm not the one that's gambling anymore. I'm the dealer. I just need to see what you're gonna do. Because if you're not gonna respect the butterfly, I'm just gonna throw it out. But if I see you about to respect the butterfly, I'm a Roman cancel and I'm a parry it. And it depends on the character because some characters speed. If you're playing somebody like Nago Potemkin that got kind of sluggish buttons, you can't do it in the middle of their animation. But against somebody like Kai, you will get punished. You will. It's basically you want to condition them to even swing at you in the first place. So maybe in the first round you want to throw this out. You want to show, hey, I will use this button at range if you let me. You know what I'm saying? And I know he keeps countering me, but you want to show it early in the match. I will throw this butterfly. Your early game as Anji should be set up to a point to where you can use all these tools that I showed you today. It should be set up to where you can go into the Fujin and get the low kick if needed. And be safe, like I'm saying, and be safe. It should be set up to where you can do the Fujin hop and get the overhead because you've shown maybe, hey, I'm going to go for them toes. it should be set up to where I can cancel my butterfly and make you make a mistake because I've already shown it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the best way I can show how to use a baseline of how to fast RC. Now, there are other things that I could teach like that. This one is a little bit, the only reason I don't teach it is because it's harder for me to do it, as I do it like 4 times in a row. And I call this fast to sell Anji. Depending on the situation, you can get a big punish like this, and that's just called fast to sell Anji. All that is air dashing in the air and then Roman canceling at a certain point and then hitting the button, preferably HS, because jumping HS is very good to send Anji flying, and that's very match specific. But again, I am just giving you the keys. I'm giving you the keys. It's up to you to unlock the door and the potential that Anji has, because I myself I'm still trying to figure out everything with this character. I'm just trying to give beginners a baseline into fast Roman canceling and ways that you can use fast Roman canceling in Anji. Get what I'm saying? But this has been Nappy. Love you guys, and I'm out. Peace.